What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to the Scale News Update. This week I'm filming from my hotel room in San Diego, so excuse the background here. But if you're not familiar with the show, we talk about the topics that happened in the scale world of RC over the last week. This week, handful of topics, we'll jump right into them. The biggest news of the last week has been the release of the Axial 1.9 Wraith. For this release, Axial updated the Wraith chassis with SCX-10-2 running gear underneath. Some of the chassis remains the same, but a lot of it underneath especially has been updated to fit the SCX-10-2 axles and standard SCX-10-2 transmission more easily. They've also added a bunch of details like a hard molded plastic grille, as well as a radiator and support behind it, a new body, and an opening hood. So a lot of details went into it. They're using the Wraith Spawn style interior. Overall, this rig now with the 1.9 size looks great. I've got one here. Actually took it up to Corona Del Mar today and did a bunch of running with it. Had a great time. Really looking forward to building this rig up. One of my favorites from Axial right now. This was a great release. It'll be super exciting to see everyone start to get these since it is based so heavily on SCX-10-2 style parts. There's already a ton of upgradability for the axles and drivetrain already, and then some of the existing Wraith parts are also going to fit chassis and interior, things like that. So there's a mix of parts that are already available, and it's going to make this platform a lot of fun. Really looking forward to getting back, throwing some parts of this thing, and just making it my own. Next, Associated released some new 5-slot motors under their Reedy brand. Personally, for brushed motors, I've preferred running the 5-slot motors for a long time. They're just a lot smoother than a standard 3-slot motor. The thing that people have a hard time grasping is that 5-slot motors have a lower turn count than standard 3 slots. So a 16-turn 5-slot is very similar in speed and torque to a 35-turn 3-slot. So that takes a little bit of education there, but once you understand what you're buying, it sure makes the benefits of those motors pay off. Reedy released 3 different turn counts of these motors, so it gives you some options as far as speed goes. You can kind of pick right where you want to be. GMade announced that they're going to have a ready-to-run version of their new GSO2 bomb kit. GMade has made some changes to this ready-to-run versus the kit version that we saw and I built on the channel just not too long ago. Now it does look like they have removed the cantilever rear suspension and changed to a more of an inboard tilted in style shock setup. They already had a shock tower style design. I kind of wish they would have stayed with that rather than this tipped in style suspension. I don't love shocks mounted that way, but we'll see how this truck performs. The price on this one is $389. It does look like they've changed a number of things, giving you all plastic links, both steering and suspension, and then just a few other changes. It looks like there's a standard sealed can brushed motor in there. Overall, we'll see what this thing looks like. The one color that I've seen announced at this point is bright yellow. So yellow's not really my color, maybe not the color I would have expected to see on a ready-to-run release like this, but maybe there'll be other colors available as well. Something that we also never touched on in the Scale News, because it was during that time where I was taking a break from posting it, is that GMade also offers those GSO2 chassis kits in a builder's kit or a raw kit style platform in a couple of different variations. So if you're really a fan of that GSO2 platform, there is a couple of other options for you to get it rather than purchasing the full kit with everything that comes along with it. So definitely giving you some options, following in line with some of those other brands that we've seen offering kits in that way, opening up those of you who have the imagination to take just a base of something and turn it into the truck that you really want. So I'll put links in the description below to any of the information you're gonna find on the ready to run, as well as both of those chassis kits if you've never seen them available before. And lastly, there's a brand new price for the Vanquish VS410 Origin Limited Kit. If you're not familiar with the VS410, go check it out on the Vanquish website. It's a fully built out rig with metal Curry axles, offset front, high clearance steel C-channel chassis, a highly detailed body, beadlocks, metal bumpers and sliders all around. And it's a kit version, so you will need to provide your own electronics. But at the new price, you can jump over to the Vanquish Products website and get them while supplies last. And with that, it's gonna do it for this week's news. I appreciate all you guys watching. Hit the like button if you enjoyed it. Subscribe if you're not already. Hit the notification bell so you see them as soon as they pop up. And thanks for watching as always. Hope you have an awesome week. We'll see you on the next one.